What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. I just want to share a few things with you guys with my COVID-19 experience here. Apparently this is not where I wanted to be or end up, but it did happen, and I just want to let you guys know it is a very serious case. Having COVID is not a joke, especially when you have other flus kind of lined up with it. It just makes it worse. So I guess bottom short, I started off having like a headache, and it grew into like more like a fever that I couldn't control anymore. So I started taking Tylenols almost like every 4 or 5 hours, and it seemed like it was helping a little bit, but it wasn't fully to the point where like it wasn't feeling any better. So then I kept taking that, and then all of a sudden it just started creating like weird body like emotions where your body can't tolerate the sleep anymore. And all I did was I tried to sleep, but I couldn't. Woke up like almost every 10-15 to an hour. I think longest slept I ever had was probably just like an hour and a half, which is not too bad, especially when you're sick. But as time kind of came down the road, it got a little worse, and I don't know how else to explain it. But then I went to the urgent care, and they wanted to run some tests on me because I felt like I wasn't getting any better. So then they drew some fluid tests, temperature, they got my weight scale. They used veneers to check my heart rate and my lung capacity. So supposedly there was a little wheezing in the lung area. So they wanted to continue to do some more x-rays. So they pulled me down to the x-ray room, got an x-ray done, and they said that they would get back to me in the meantime, throw me on a ventilator, do at least 1 or 2 of those a day. So then the price got real costly. We didn't end up picking it up, but then they came back and called us about the x-rays, and apparently they found mucus in my lungs, so more like in the sac area. And if there was like any more shady areas of the lungs, it would have been turned into a COVID-19. But at that time, it didn't seem like there was nothing too serious, so we kind of overlooked it. And after the urgent care, I just felt like I was not getting any better. My fever just started kicking harder. I was taking a few or more over-the-counter medication that kind of hypertense the whole entire situation. And yeah, I think that's the most crucial part, was that taking multiple medications, not do just a Tylenol. I think Tylenol was probably just the only main reliever, nothing more than that. And I think it sent me straight into the hospital on April 17th, I think it was a Friday. And I ended up going into the emergency room, and they put me on the oxygen. Sorry. The optical oxygen level, and it was very intense, and I didn't know how else to go through with that. So they just kind of did more testing, and finally they did an x-ray and a COVID test twice on me, just to make sure that they're getting good readings. And then when the test results came back, it came out as COVID-19 after the results came back. So those are very serious interactions when it comes to your normal flu and having the COVID-19. I think COVID-19 just kind of takes over. It just starts messing with your head. About that, now they tested I had pneumonia. So pneumonia was actually a lot harder to work with, as far as breathing, sleeping. I was spooling. So if you guys don't know what that is, it's just like a diarrhea. And my urine color was clear. I mean, it was okay. It wasn't the best, but I think the most important thing was the diarrhea, or the spooling, because I could not control that. It was very hard to control. especially in the pneumonia stage. So I just want to share with you guys that every day I thought about how I was going to end up and where I was going to end up. And it was a scary thought. It was nothing personal on my end, but because I have a wife and kid, it's like I wanted to see my daughter grow up. I wanted to spend the rest of my life with my wife and my family. And, and this is like, and I'm only 34. I don't want to see my, my life go down the drain like that. Especially, I prayed every day. I told God that if God gave me the chance to just sweep through this, I think that, everything in life would be just as possible as you think it is. But I think the most important thing is try to keep, the most hardest part was trying to keep it positive while you're at the hospital, because the hospital is just like not a place where you want to be all the time. And especially when you're sick, especially when you're in this situation, COVID-19 treatment on patients right now usually like about 2 weeks. So I'm actually getting released a little bit earlier because I'm doing better. So there's just so much more into it. The COVID-19 research has been like expanding lately. So like, we're learning like a lot of new things. For example, donating plasma, doing antibody tests before you notice that you have COVID-19. A blood type plays a big role in it. Not exactly sure where everything else takes place, but I just want to share with you guys on the level and my standpoint. You guys need to be safe out there. Cover up, put a mask on, wear gloves when you guys go out. If you guys haven't caught it, please don't. And I'm begging you guys need to stay safe, because if that's the case, then this, like I said, depending on who has health conditions or not, I mean, there are some people that couldn't fight the COVID-19, and it's sadly draining for me, because I thought that I was gonna end up being one of those people on that list. So I mean, watching CNN every day, it's just like watching the numbers go up as people are dying, and it's a very scary thought. So I just thought that I share that with you guys. If there's anything I missed, if there's any other COVID-19 patients out there, please fight. Good luck, and I hope and pray that we can all get through this. And to all my fans out there and to all my subscribers, I just want to thank you guys all for still being able here to support me. And even though I'm not on my channel at the moment, I just want to continue to recover and then hopefully jump back on my channel. So all right, so again, stay safe out there. Again, put your mask on, cover up, don't, just make sure we follow the regulations for the country. And if you have to maintain your 6 feet, 10 feet, whatever, I mean, go ahead and do that. But I want you guys to be safe, and I want you guys to understand that even if this is not going to happen to you sooner, it could happen to somebody else. Just continue to be respectful, and I hope that we can all get through this, and we'll go from there. All right, so I'll see you guys later, and we'll talk more about this when I'm close to my recovery. All right, thanks. Have a good day. Bye.